Hey guys,
Hey
welcome
guys.
back to Crash Course on Nothing podcast. Happy to be back and shoot another one. Apologies for last time. We couldn't put one out because, we ran into some technical difficulties, literally. But we're back. I'll try my best to be on point with the content and, try to release weekly. But if you guys don't already know, today I'm joined by two friends that you've seen before. First of all, OG Vin. You've seen him before since the start of the podcast. Happy to have him back. Vin, Euban.
Whoa.
Sorry. Sorry.
You've
Oops,
been.
that's a bad.
You've been.
Euban indeed.
Whoa.
And I have Euban with me too. You've seen him on previous.
What's up?
The last episode we shot together was with Julianne.
Yeah.
And you guys can check it out. I've been seeing the love that we've been getting on that episode, and I'm happy to see it. Appreciate it. But without further ado, let's start with today's topic. Today's topic is something I've been going through lately, and I wanted to ask you guys about. I've gotten somewhat the right people for the job today. So gaining control over your life, right? This sounds a bit like, ooh, that's tough, right? I'm gonna start with Vin. What are your thoughts on gaining control of your life? Is there something of that sort? Can you gain control over your life?
I think you can look at it in two ways. I think it's not possible to control your life because life isn't something that you can control. If that was the case, then everyone would be able to do whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah.
But for me, life has always been about letting go. It's not just about, everyone thinks, because I have a very scheduled routine, right? Like I get up in the morning, work out, and like I have my day planned out very, like block by block, everything I do. But everyone thinks that's like me trying to control my life, but it's not. There's a difference between like discipline and control.
Yeah.
Gaining control of your life, it has to be through discipline.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's always been for me. And letting go has always been a way. It has always been through discipline.
Yeah.
So, and letting go doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm just not doing anything. I don't care about anything.
Yeah.
That's not the case. Sometimes if you care about things, you have to let go of them.
Yeah.
If you hold on to them for too long, that's going to take control of your life. The whole point of taking control of your life is not letting other things control your life. It's about you finding yourself and where you want to be and focusing on your path while also helping those around you and making society just better in any way you can, because that's what it's all about, at least for me.
There's something good that you said. I will talk about it, but I just want to hear Euban's point first, and then I'll...
See, I don't have my life together, so...
No, I don't think anyone does.
I mean,
I don't think anyone
we'd be
does.
lying if we said, we control our lives, but...
Facts.
No one has it together.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, stuff as I go, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm at a point where it's like, I'm at that transition stage where I'm going from, like, a high school kid back at home, like, having this set thing to do, and then now I'm in Canada where it's like a new start. I have to figure out what I'm doing. It's my free choice to do whatever. So it's like I'm at that point where I don't know, man. I'm just kind of lost. I can't lie.
Yeah. I think that's the beauty of life, I guess. Like, we get lost and find ourselves. But Vin said something important about discipline. Every time I wasn't disciplined, I ended up feeling bad about myself, and I often got nowhere close to my goals. And I really thought about that multiple times. Like, I'd rather be disciplined than just do the easy stuff. I think with discipline comes ease, if that makes any sense. And I think it's really crucial to believe in yourself and believe that you can make it out. Because I think I obviously don't have my life together, and I think it'd be weird if I did, because then life would be very easy and it ruined the joy of what it is. Because if life was easy, how can I grow?
That is true. That is
right?
true.
And how can I learn?
You have a good point.
And how can I see the other side of things and be more mindful of other things and be appreciative of the bad and the good, because you won't appreciate it as much, right?
Right.
So
The thing that's interesting though is like people think like getting control of your life doesn't necessarily mean like I don't know. If you look at me, like everyone thinks I'm very easygoing. Like I don't look like I'm disciplined. Like let's be honest.
yeah,
Let's be
Vin,
honest.
because like you don't show it. You probably have it in, like you don't show the grind. The grind you keep
I
it within
guess,
yourself.
I guess.
'Cause
But it's like, yeah, it's like, sometimes it's like, for me, it's important to have fun, right?
Yeah,
Because I think with discipline gives you the ability and the freedom to make time to do the things you love.
yeah,
And spend
Truth,
time with
truth.
the people you love,
Yeah.
right? And that's what it's all about for me. Like, sure, I love the grind. I don't like studying, but I love the grind.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I love working out. I love working towards goals. But at the end of the day, that's not what life is for me, right?
yeah,
Because goals are goals. But then for me, it's always been about the people around me, right?
Mm.
Like making sure that you're leaving a positive impact on the people around you.
yeah,
So it's like gaining control of your life doesn't mean you need to have it all together. You don't have to have it all figured out. In fact, like if you think you have it figured out, you definitely don't.
yeah. Because then like you'll be
Yeah.
surprised the next day. Oh,
Exactly.
never mind.
Yeah.
'Cause, like
Nobody
life,
gets me.
life doesn't just happen to you; it also comes from you. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you can't control what happens in your life,
Mm-mm.
right? And I think the whole point of gaining control of life is gaining control of yourself first.
Yeah.
How you react to the external things that happen, right? Is it recording?
No, it is recording. Keep
Okay.
going.
It's gaining control. It's being able to react a certain way to the external things that happen to you, you know, or like the emotions you feel, understanding them, working through them and controlling, like not controlling them, but processing them.
Yeah.
That's what gaining control of your life is about. For me, I don't think it's about life itself, but more so you.
So more so show up for yourself. Be there
Yeah.
for yourself. Because
Be there for
nobody's
yourself.
going to be there for you, right?
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
and
But it's also like, be there. Like the whole point for me of becoming a better person or focusing on myself to become better is so I can make a positive impact on the environment around me.
yeah,
Right. It's not really about me reaching a certain goal. It's more so me trying to uplift everyone around me with me to a certain goal. Like it doesn't matter if I reach somewhere. At the end of the day, you die alone.
because
Oh yeah.
well, yeah, that's
wow. That
that's-
that hit.
yeah. Because if you're not in a good place,
Mhm.
you'll affect everybody around you,
Yeah.
and you won't be a positive energy towards
Yeah.
them. And I think you love to preach positivity and like being
Mhm.
positive. And Vin always like when we're walking or whatever, and like whenever he meets new people and stuff like that, like I joke about it with him, like telling him, "Oh, bro, like you know so many people," but realistically, bro, like that's something special, I guess. Like he loves to share that energy and that positivity, and like he loves
Mhm.
reaching out to people, be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like some people would lose that energy by now, but like he's on second year, still going.
I don't know,
Maybe
it's kind of like
you know.
morbid, but like I do all those things because I think about. Okay, this is hella deep, dark, but like
Wait, I want you to go. Okay, fine, you can go, dude.
like I don't know about you guys, but like I think about like dying a lot. Not in the sense that I want to die.
God
Like,
damn.
hold on. In the sense of like I think about my death a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
I do think
I'd
about
say
that too.
it comes to my
Yeah.
mind at least every day. Like couple
Well, you
times
think
a
like
day.
who's gonna remember you when you're gone, or who's
Yeah,
gonna
I think
care
of
about
like
you?
for me, like I always think about a death with dignity. It's like when I die and there's my funeral, like when the people come, I want it to be more so of like everyone comes together and they think about the happy things.
celebrate.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah, that's
you
what I
want to
think, yeah.
leave like a nice legacy behind.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it's like I just want it to be like I don't want my funeral to be sad. I want people
Yeah.
to come and be like, yo,
This man
this
changed
guy
my
is
life.
Celebrate
guy
my
was-
death.
this guy was- yeah,
Some
it's
people
like,
actually
They
like
do. They do.
yeah.
and some people
It's a true thing.
Hold the coffin, like
Mhm.
dance and like do some celebration type of situation, and
Oh, do you guys think about your death?
Like here.
every day,
Yeah.
every day
Wow.
when I'm not
He said that like-
when I'm
Wow. he is sure.
no
Every fucking day.
because when I'm not on my prayers, and when I'm not reaching out to God, when I'm not close to Him or whatever, I think about that. I'm like, oh, I die. I get to meet God and get faced with like my stuff, and I'm like,
Judgments.
did you do enough?
Mhm.
Did you do enough? And David Goggins actually said something I want to talk about, which he said, if you die and you meet the person that you were supposed to be,
Mhm.
like you could be like, oh, those cool stuff, right? But you didn't go and do them. How bad would that make you feel? That would be it destroy you, right? So, um, I I don't know. You just have to believe in yourself, and like it leads back to believing in yourself, and like just you know what? I've started recently using things that don't go right in my life as motivation. Like I don't
what per se.
like either it be rejections from things that I wanted, accomplishments that I didn't get, goals that I didn't achieve, people that didn't believe in me. I try to, as much as possible, just gain that. And I don't share it with people, not because I want to be toxic, but if I share it, it relieves me.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to my parents about this actually recently. I was like, every time I say something to somebody, it relieves me and I don't feel like I have to do anything about it anymore. But every time I don't say something about it, things get better eventually because it's that fire in you. Although I do want to say, always do, like, if it's something serious, do share it with your friends. There's a lot of like suicide rates out there. There's like, I think was September mental health awareness month. Was it?
Men's, right?
Men's is not now. No, men's
is earlier. No. I think it's like
August. No,
might be
August.
July
but
or.
I think September was like not men's. It was mental health awareness. Yeah.
Month, I think. Yeah.
So take care of your health and obviously like be able to share things with people, but some things keep to yourself to motivate you and put that fire in you. But
it's the art of saying a lot, but also saying nothing.
That's the beauty of it.
Like I talk a lot, but I don't actually say anything. You know what I mean? Like,
all right. Here's another question for you guys. How do you deal with insecurities? Right. I think that can play a lot in your life.
I mean, look
like
at
a role.
Sweeter man. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. 3 men here talking about how to deal with insecurities. Come on.
See, here's. I don't know. I wouldn't say I deal with insecurities. Like, well,
because I think it can have an effect on how your life goes, right?
It doesn't even have to be just now. Like, what if when you were younger?
Yeah. How did that affect your life?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was younger, I was very like vulnerable to like, I don't know, other people's like whatever they said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just for me as a kid that grew up being fat is like you hear these things and you like obviously want to be fitter, whatever.
Yeah.
Skinnier. So I dealt with that in a very terrible way.
Open up, man. Open up. Hey, safe space out here.
Well, no, I would eat, but the thing is, I'd always regurgitate it, like, you know, and it's just that's the way I dealt with it, and I didn't tell anyone until like, I think, after I graduated high school.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, since then, and everything's gotten better. Don't like.
Yeah.
No, but
now
that's a lot as a kid to go through.
But yeah, my parents will never find out. They will not know
unless they watch my podcast.
They don't speak English.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, I'd go along the same lines, but for me, I think growing up, I was very skinny. You know, and people think that's like a good thing.
I did see you. You showed me a video of you working.
And like, it's when I was younger, like that was always something that was on my mind. But I think as I got older, it became to the point where I was like, I don't really care if I look skinny now. I just want to be stronger. But in terms of like insecurities now, I don't know. I'm at a point where it's like I've accepted them.
Right.
So it's like they're not really insecurities anymore. They're just part of me.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I don't like necessarily have to like deal with it. You know.
Or I think I've gotten used to them.
Yeah, like people can
like it's just me.
I just go with them.
Like people can say whatever they want, or like even like make fun of a certain feature or anything I have. I'm just fine with it. It's like, you know what? That's
like I can't lie. I like initially it will take like a bit of like it's like I'm like, you know, it is what it is.
But in terms of like how I deal with my insecurities, it's always been a lot of self-reflecting. Like I meditate a lot.
Yeah. Do you journal?
I do journal. Yeah, but Mostly a lot of my like dealing with myself comes from when I meditate. It's like I imagine myself like when I close my eyes, I imagine myself like opening a door into like just a white room.
Yeah.
And then I just sit there and whatever thoughts come to my mind, I just process it while I'm focusing on my breathing.
Yeah.
Right. And it can be days where it's like I feel completely fine, like nothing comes into my mind. And then there are days where it's like so many things have happened in the day that have bothered me, or like certain things certain people have said has gone into my head. But then in that moment, I think about it. I'm like, why am I letting that affect me? You know, like, because if you react based on someone else's opinions or what they say, then you're letting them control your life.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
So when that happens, I just think to myself like, I need to make sure that I can control what's going on within me, take accountability for what my actions are and my thoughts, because your thoughts lead to your actions. So if you have poor thoughts, you will have bad actions, right? So always try to keep your mind clean and pure. That's what I always try to do. So in that sense, like the insecurities never really get into my head anymore. But there are times when like someone will say something that kind of irks me, and I'm like, dang, okay, like I need to like step back a little.
Yeah.
Just kind of process it through my head into like I would love to just like yell at them or like say something, or like you can fire back and be like, yo, you can say something, but I don't want to say anything. But like in that moment, it's like, what's the point in that?
Yeah.
You're just returning negative energy.
How do you deal with your
Yeah, how do you deal?
insecurities?
I think I've accepted them and understood that like it's natural to have insecurities. Like I think everybody is looking at other people and then questioning why they don't have what they have, and then you become insecure. But then, you know, the more I look at it, the more I realize I'm not on the same path as they are. And so whether it be things that I want to achieve but didn't, or if it's my body, it's different. But realistically, like you can change that. You can work out. You can develop yourself in a way, start looking better, more fit. But yeah, I think just it's more self-awareness of the idea that others have their own path. Have their own path and they're working towards something, and you have something you want to work towards. It's not going to look the same.
Right.
You may want and also if you may want the same thing that other people have, you may get it. Completely different route, completely different path, and you will think that you won't get it and that the door's shut, but God's plan is something that you don't know about. And I preach that because sometimes, you know what, you do feel like life has shut down and like you have no escape. But then I remember how young I am. I remember how much potential we as students have. Like we have so much potential, like come on. And that the never give up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like that mentality of like, as long as you keep pushing, keep walking, keep moving, I think insecurities become nothing. They disintegrate. Yeah, it's a nice one.
It's actually kind of interesting. Like last week, I had a patient who I was taking care of. He was 94. 94, that's pretty old.
Yeah.
And he was like in the hospital. I was taking care of him, and we were just talking. Cause like he was fine, other than like one of the issues he had. But he talked a lot. Like, cause as a student nurse, like, sometimes you're always helping your nurse, like the main nurse. Or sometimes you just like chill with your patient. So like during lunchtime, I was just chilling with him, and he was saying that, like the potential thing.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, I told him I was 19. He thought I was like 28.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I told him I was 19, and he's like, he was shocked. But then he's just like, you have so much potential ahead of you. And it's like the fact that as students, or even if you guys like go on co-op or like any of that, you're learning, right?
Yeah.
And those learning and those skills always come into play when you're older.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be in your field. He was like, the skills I learned in nursing, I could use literally on the street.
Yeah.
Like if I just meet some random person on the street that's maybe looks like they're going through a hard time, I can just be like, yo, what's up? Just like talk to them right there.
Yeah.
And some of the skills I've learned through nursing can help me with that, right? So it's like even if you're in a degree let's say that you don't like, not that I don't like nursing. I love nursing.
Okay.
Just sometimes I don't like when it comes to academics.
Yeah.
But even if you're in a degree you don't like, and you think that you're lost or like you don't know where your life is going, right? Just think about the skills you're learning, and sometime in your life those skills will come into play, and you'll be like, bruh, I didn't think I'd ever use this.
Yeah.
Like we learned therapeutic communication, bro. That's literally just talking to people. And then I was talking to this patient, and I actually had to use some of the strategies we learned, and I was like, bruh,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's no way I'm actually using any of this.
I feel like that actually like reflects on his like daily characteristics too, like
Mhm.
Yeah.
the way he goes up to people, like
He goes up to
interacts
people.
with everyone. You know,
It's part of the job. It's part of the job. He warms up on
Yeah,
us
yeah, yeah.
He warms up on us
he
students.
uses us as
And then he's like, it's time to go. No, I love hearing those stories from you guys, especially like seeing the backgrounds that you. I mean, because like we're all doing different things, kind of.
yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see how we have different points of views, or like different stories that we can share and relate on one same topic.
And you've probably seen like, because you were in Japan, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like you've probably seen the difference between the youth there and the youth here.
Yeah,
'Cause
definitely.
I had a friend who came back from an exchange trip in Japan for a year, and he was like, it's completely different.
Yeah, they act totally different here and
Yeah.
there, which is
Yeah.
They're very. Apparently, they don't say hi. Like you don't stop people when you walk. Like you don't be, hey, how are you doing? No, right?
Not
Like
at all.
that's rude. Is that rude?
It's not rude. It's just that like people have this like Japan, they have this idea of like harmony, right? Where everyone's like
Mhm.
has like the same ideologies, whatever. So it's like they also have this like things like they just kind of mind their own business.
Mhm.
So here they're more open to, communicating, like talking with everyone, interacting, but there it's like they'll just do their own shit.
You know, funny thing is like I thought here they're pretty like everybody's in his own world, which is kind of like that.
I think
But
it's
they
the
I
other
said
way around,
they
dude.
still communicate.
Mhm.
Well, where I come from, it's
I mean,
way
yeah,
more
you guys
communication.
are very like
yeah, more
Yeah, yeah,
family
yeah,
type
yeah.
of situation. But here it's not bad. But you tell me about Japan. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was telling me like
That's depressing.
he'd have group projects in
A
class.
bit.
That's depressing.
And like, because he's white, and he'd have projects in class, and he'd turn around, and he can speak Japanese,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's speaking in Japanese to the two Japanese students he's in the project
Mhm.
with, and he just like laugh, and they're like shy.
Yeah,
They're
they're
very shy, and they didn't really talk to him. He said all of his friends were like any of the Japanese friends he met were like the extroverts that were like passed out drinking at like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Oh yeah, I know. Like there's a
Yeah.
street where there's
That-
like a lot of like
that drinking culture in Japan
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
it's a big actually through Asian culture, especially
Yeah,
Koreans.
yeah, yeah, Koreans as well.
love
It's,
soju.
They love yeah.
Oh my god.
They love getting blackout drunk.
All right.
It,
Okay.
It's crazy.
I just wait. What time is it? Yeah.
We got time.
So I want to end it with one more question that I think is just like how I usually end it. Van, I'll start with you. Give me a tip for somebody who feels maybe not where they want to be. And same thing to you, Evan. Yeah. Make it sweet and short because I want
Just
to.
do what I just did. Take a deep breath. If you don't know what you're doing it right. Like what I always say is if something's going wrong, it's going right. Life isn't supposed to go right. Like when you get sick, it's not something wrong with you. It's something right with you.
Sure.
And if you feel amazing, something's wrong with you. And if you think of it in that way, like whenever I get sick, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's just
It is what it is.
Oh!
Jinx.
So it's like, just let it happen.
Mm.
Like the things that you want, if you put in the work, if you focus on taking that next step, if you're in a dark room and you don't know where to go, but you know you can take a step forward, just
Take
keep
the
doing
next
that.
step.
And it's like that improvement of at least like 0.1% every single day. Just keep improving.
You're telling me this
Kaizen.
guy's 19.
Yeah. He's like
Just keep, like,
Kaizen.
and just hang loose, man. Just take it easy. Like, and by taking it easy, like keep your discipline. You know, take care of those around you.
Yeah.
Enjoy your time on this earth. You're put here. Like I think everyone in this world is put here to leave it better than they found it.
Yeah.
So whatever you can do to do that, just do that, and you're doing it right.
Preach.
Wow,
Okay.
that's tough
Yeah, that's
following up
tough.
after that
You
one.
don't
It's
need to
wow,
do it.
it's-
Yeah, I mean, you do you.
I mean, all I could say is like, no one really knows where they're going.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're like some people that's.
Unless you're a god, that's not happening.
But no, everyone, you know, they're trying to figure out where they're going. So if you're lost, you know, just let it come to you.
Yeah.
You know, you'll find your way.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, I've already had, like, how many career switches, bro? And I'm only 19.
Yeah.
Like, the army to working at Banana Republic. Now I'm in nursing.
Yo, I mean, hey, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
Banana
it's
Republic.
like, just figure it out. Like, you'll know what you're doing
Yeah.
over time.
All right, I'm gonna give my last thing, which is, life is ups and downs, and once you acknowledge that and know that, realistically, having no plan is the best thing ever. So not literally don't have a plan, but like, just knowing that your plan is never gonna go exactly how you planned it out to be, and be okay with it.
See, that's a bit different for me. If I have a goal, I like to hit every single one.
No, that doesn't mean you're not gonna hit the goal, but the way you're gonna hit the goal is gonna differ, because a plan is not a goal.
Okay.
A goal is separate from a plan, but that's a different topic. Hey, stay tuned for more. Okay.
No, but
But
one thing I'd also say is, like, don't take everything personally, you know?
don't take personal stuff.
Like,
yeah.
If anything happens in your life, because when you take something personal, you hold on to that,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
and it goes back to the point when I was saying of letting go. It's like, if something happens or if someone says something and then you end up holding a grudge against them, that only blackens your heart and blackens your soul.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if anything happens, if you get any rejections, or if maybe you get a bad mark, maybe like nothing has gone right your way for a long time.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Maybe you suck.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
No, it's like I saw a meme yesterday. It's like it's like the meme of, like, when you say, "Oh, it's just one of those days," but it's been one of those days for 3 days.
Hey, one day or
day.
day one.
Yeah. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. It's like the one
But
champ.
the champion
one
guy from the
champ.
UFC.
Moreno. Maybe not.
Oh,
today,
yeah,
Maybe tomorrow. But I promise you, one day I will become champion.
be champion. And he became champion.
Yes, sir.
So,
Okay. Again, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. This was a nice, wholesome, humbling episode, I'd say. I really enjoyed shooting it with my friends. Happy to have them back, as always. I just love to say thank you so much for the love we've always been getting. Thank you to the guys who've been seeing me and just telling me, hey, I love your podcast. Really means a lot to me. And, yeah. So stay safe out there. Much love from all of us. So, yeah, peace out.
Love.